What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Arrowverse video. So if you're new to the channel, a like and a subscribe is super appreciated. Let's see if we can hit 50 likes on this video. That would be amazing. So welcome, people. So if you watched my video the other day, you will have seen that I was talking about Arrow Season 6, and that was part of the Superhero Insider podcast that featured Mark Guggenheim, and it actually revealed quite a raft of information about the upcoming Arrowverse this autumn. Obviously, there is huge amounts of things to work on there. We haven't even got a trailer. They haven't even written the whole season. It hasn't even started filming, but we have had some interesting things. So obviously in that video, I covered what was going on, the fact that there will be flashbacks to the island at the start of Arrow Season 6. Now, what's interesting as well, they released Rip Hunter information as well for Legends of Tomorrow Season 3, which I will be covering in tomorrow's video, going live at 4 PM BST or GMT or 4 p. Just sign up, click that bell button, get those notifications so you know when it goes live. The timings are weird. So, they also, Mark Guggenheim actually, as well as writing X-Men Gold, which you should be reading, even if you are a DC fan. X-Men Gold is stunning, so go and read that damn comic. But he also released some very teasing information about the Arrow, or the Legends of Tomorrow, the Flash, the Supergirl crossover. Now, it's become pretty much a huge annual event now. If you remember, last year we had the Invasion, which had the Dominators coming to Earth and causing all kinds of problems for Earth and our team. And it required everyone to team up together, and it also kind of actually fit in with Arrow's, or kind of, not the finale, but the anniversary episode, which was amazing. Now, he stated that, well, this season won't have, obviously, an Arrow season actual anniversary. We won't have an anniversary, which I think is actually better. So not having the anniversary means that they can focus on the crossover and not just on how this affects Arrow, or have a kind of Arrow Matrix world where everyone came back, which was very cool. But I think that this crossover will top it. Now, Guggenheim actually said about this, he said on the podcast, you know, believe it or not, we've had discussions about it. I think this is the earliest that we've ever had a discussion about our crossovers. In fact, next week, Greg and Andrew and I are going to sit down and sort of have our first official meeting about it. But stay tuned. If we end up doing what we're talking about doing, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm really excited. The crossover is always the most challenging thing that we do, but it's also the most fun. Every year we feel the pressure, and I do feel like each crossover has topped the previous one. Topping last year's is a high bar, if for no other reason than what you do is bigger than Aliens. We got some, I think, very exciting ideas. I would say very early on in the process in actually doing last year's crossover. Greg said that there's probably no way to get bigger than Aliens. So the best way to make this crossover especially epic is, if you can't increase the bombast, increase the emotional stakes and the emotional payoffs even. A very oblique comment on where our heads are at for this season. So what is going on? Well, it looks like we're not getting the likes of the Anti-Monitor or Crisis on Infinite Earths. I don't think they're going to try and top that. They mentioned that how do you even top Aliens? Well, topping Aliens would be getting the Anti-Monitor, getting all of these Earths, merging them together, bringing in Supergirl into our Earth, bringing in, obviously, Black Lightning, which isn't actually part of the Arrowverse, but there was teased crossovers, which I did a video on as well. You can check that out on the channel. So what are they actually going to do? Well, I can't see them doing that because, as I said, that how do you even top that? And really, to do that in a 4 episode kind of like, what is it? I mean, each episode is 40 minutes. So it's not even that long to do something like that if you were going to do that, because it's such an epic thing. But I would really like them to do that. It would be nice to see having that on the show. But it, again, is massive, and it is kind of like world stuff, which I would probably say is reserved for the DCEU. I mean, even the DCEU couldn't pull off something like Crisis on Infinite Earths yet anyway, because we haven't seen any Infinite Earths. We've only seen the part where the Flash comes back and warns Bruce Wayne about the future. So that's all we've seen that kind of bends time or reality or whatever. So having that is kind of big. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to focus on the emotional stakes. They're going to focus on the actual characters and the drama of the show, as opposed to trying to do something huge and bombastic, which would be cool. Now, it would be nice to see Crisis on Infinite Earths and merge them all together would be good, but I'm not sure if they can actually pull that off, which would be really, really tough. So now the question is, what could they actually do? Now, something like, I would say, he mentions that they're going to go very emotional, and one crisis that they could do would be Identity Crisis, where Sue Dibney was killed, and, well, it was a huge murder mystery which led to a lot of secrets of the DC characters being found out. And it was incredibly dark and gritty and grim, which is something which could work here. However, there's something else. There's something else emotional, which I think would be freaking cool. And that would be Forever Evil. Now, Forever Evil saw the crime syndicate of another Earth come to our Earth and cause absolute chaos. And it was amazing. We had people like Owlman, we had Johnny Quick, the evil Johnny Quick, that is, come to Earth 1 and pretty much destroy and cause all manner of shit for the heroes. So I think it'd be really cool to see something like that. We could see the evil versions of all these characters, which we have actually seen. We've had Black Siren, we've had kind of like the evil version of Cisco, and seeing them all come together and invade the Earth. Now that would be fun to see. So let me know what you think in the comments. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.